Alright, so I'll do this reaction. Today we got this Cam Newton interview with Teddy Riley. Um, he's going to talk about, I guess, the abuse that his daughter had to go through from the hands of Soldier Boy. Now, and we'll see what happens, and I'll give my thoughts on it as we go. You know how this go. This is Old Head Reaction. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's check it out. See what's going on.
Your daughter Nia appeared on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and had a public relationship with Soldier Boy. Now, speaking about children and being the head
I didn't even know that Soldier Boy and Taylor Riley's daughter was even dating. I didn't even know that was a thing.
honcho to them and protector, she made allegations a few years ago that Soldier Boy became very physical with her. We know you publicly demanded an apology for Soldier Boy to your daughter. Did she ever receive that?
You know, it's so crazy because I kind of stepped out of it, because there was a point where it got to me and I had to do something about it.
Okay.
But at some point, remember we discussed going back. When you go back and you get the same thing, why is
First of all, me being having a daughter, if any nigga do whatever the fuck I'm gonna beat the shit out you. Something gonna happen to you, fam. Ain't gonna be no walk away. Ain't gonna be no more think about this shit later. Nah, ain't gonna be none of that, son. Put your hands on my daughter. Either I'm coming, or her brothers is coming, or her cousins. Somebody coming. I guarantee it. There's a whole lot more boys in this family than there's girls. I'm telling you, some big jokers too. Ain't no way, baby. Ain't no motherfucking way.
it that you don't just leave at the first time around?
For sure.
And especially in a female perspective, it should be no going back after the first.
Example. Or
You know what I'm saying?
display of
What I mean is, if someone is abusive to you, it should be over with from there.
Should be done with.
So, counsel the parents, specifically the fathers, with this particular situation. Now, we all know who Soldier Boy is. We all have seen and been a fan. And for the people who don't know, Nia is actually here.
Like Cam Newton be wearing some shit.
My children are not old enough to date, right? My oldest daughter, she just turned 19, but she ain't in a moment where people may consider that to be something serious as she's dating. But when you hear certain things like that to happen, now you put your dad hat on. How does that make you feel, and how do you react to those things when you hear it?
Disappointed, and mostly at her, not him.
Yeah, I feel him. Probably disappointed because you raise your daughter a lot better than that, and you hold her to a higher standard, and you try to instill in them, that they beautiful, and they don't need to be dealing with these type of things from dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, and you try to make them not have those like daddy issues and things of that nature later on. So I understand what he mean by disappointment, because he probably like, yo, we done told you all this stuff before, and you sitting here dealing with this dude, and you going running back to him. So I get the disappointment, like, yo, you need to get up out of that situation, out of that jam. Yeah, like I said, if it was me, I wouldn't be sitting around. Ain't nobody, nah, we getting up out of that period. Let's see what's going on.
Disappointed because you knew this coming into it. You knew his head ain't right.
That
You
definitely
knew
ain't
all
right.
of this stuff. Why continue?
That
What's
boy
the
trying
purpose?
to
You don't have
knock
to worry
off
about
Soldier Boy.
money. What is it? And sometimes you don't even want to guess, or you don't want to, know in your mind,
You don't
this
wanna
is
open up
truly
that
what it
Pandora's
is.
box. Right.
But it is what it is, and that's where you're going to have to be a father and step back for a minute. And when I stepped back, there was a lot of things that were hidden from me that I find out later, that he was really abusive. Like, it was just no telling, no guy would do this to a woman if you wasn't under.
What you mean you found out later? You should have had been on that from jump. Like as soon as it happened the first time, as the father, you should have been over there trying to see what's going on. What do you mean you found out later? See, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. You need to be on that from day one. You need to be on that from day one because you the father and you in her life. Now, you need to be on that from day one. If anything, like yo, someone as her brothers, she had, hey yo, go over there and check that out and see what's going on, man. Because I heard that he put his hands on her. Let's see what's going on. That's some, like they got to a fight, or if it's a one-way street, like he just over there just beating on my daughter. Oh, yes, just go check that out, man. Nah, let's get this figured out from start, dog. From start, you heard?
The how you say substance, substance, plural.
For sure.
So,
yeah, soldier boy.
and I get kind of emotional with this because I feel like if she
Allegedly.
would have just taken my
Allegedly. He's
advice,
probably not on
because
nothing.
we talk about this,
Yes, sir.
and she'll ask me things that of course we all played in our time. So I was always transparent. Yeah, I went through that with your mom, and that's the reason why we're not together today, because I didn't know what I wanted to do then. So I respected her, and how you help them. It's like me and her mom are still best friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, Telly
So
Ryan still
we
look
didn't
mad
hate
young.
each
That's
other. We
crazy,
just had
yo.
an understanding.
for
Just
sure.
looking at that, like
I
they
don't
look
think
mad young. His age.
that
it's crazy.
generation is about understanding. It's about what I seen my dad do or what I seen my uncle do, and I'm gonna do it to my, my spouse. And that's the reason why a lot of things need to change so that we can save our next generation.
And not for nothing, I'm just noticing that this dude like my cousin Phil. Like, word up. Like,
Because this generation don't believe in love.
Yeah.
They have to truly learn it in order to believe in it and know that it is good. It's nothing, how you say, dangerous about being in love. It's
Yeah.
just you just got to be on the same page.
oh, you can be
They
dangerous
were never
in
on the
love.
same
That's
page.
a fact.
So I'll say this: at no way, shape, form are we condemning or making assumptions that domestic violence or violence as a whole is okay.
It's okay.
It's never
Because
okay.
it's not.
It is.
Really
I
not
don't
okay.
think love is violent. I think love is acceptance and understanding.
That shit can get a little toxic.
As a father, right, especially having daughters, I would imagine it was difficult to restrain yourself from altercations with Soldier Boy. But did y'all ever come to an altercation, to blows, or just getting an understanding with each other?
That's not me at all. I don't need to throw blows.
Yeah. Have you ever spoke?
Tell you what, that's me. That's definitely me. All right, that's me. I'm with all that. Remember that. Remember this face. You ever date my daughter? Remember this face, because I'm with that, and I got a bunch of homies that's with that. Yeah. We with that. We with all the nonsense.
To him? And what was that conversation like?
In the beginning, it was good, to a point where Soldier, I don't know what he had this day, but I was called so many names, and I just said, are you truly, is it me? Or what have I done to you for you to say whatever you have to say? And I don't know what it could be. It could have been something that she said, my dad was, and then he just went in.
Now,
You
was it-
never know what's the true story.
Was this conversation over the phone or was this face to face?
It started on a DM. From a DM to, I said, call me. And he called me, and it was just words, thrown at me. I didn't throw anything back. And I said, oh, you know this is me, right?
My boy got on the phone like, it was Big Soldier. It's Big Soldier, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's Big Soldier, man. Hey, Teddy Riley, man. Yeah, I'm really the one, man. I'm matter of fact, I made your beats, dog. You wouldn't be nothing without me, Teddy Riley. There wouldn't be no Teddy Riley without Soldier Boy. These are facts, you know what I'm saying? I made you. It's Big Soldier, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Big Soldier, man. You know what I mean? Don't make me yodel on you real quick. That's what he said. He came crazy at him.
He said, yeah, I know. And I said, okay. So this is not a conversation for me. And I hung up the phone. And he looked out his window.
Sometimes your brain is ready, but your body just don't get the memo. And let's be honest,
What?
that's way more common than people really would admit. Now, and that right there, sparks dissolves under your tongue, it's than traditional pill. And that's one of the 236
We gonna
hours
spin through all
connects
this.
co.co/4
Okay.
off and manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to ro.co/safety info.
Man, we get a couple of them rolls, man. We try to test it out.
We knew the colors of his cars and everything. He knew it. I got the conversation and the receipts. He said, man, you got
Hey, man, all that's cool, man. Pull up real smooth like that, man. But if it's me now, let's get the crack right now, bro. I ain't got time for your smoothness. I feel you, man. You Teddy Riley, you coming through. You smooth, you cool, all that. Nah, I'm coming up crazy. I might be on top of his car, my nigga. I mean, talking about, yo, I'm the Big Soldier, dude. Hey, it's me. I'm the Big Soldier.
this car out there, you got this in the. My people are from LA. My people from everywhere. And I don't like to get into any confrontation. You know, I'm a nice guy. He knows this. Now we cool. I hope that we cool. But
Yeah, right. I'd have
If-
like, yo, Soldier Boy, man.
it gets to a
Check
point
it out.
where it's disrespect.
Yeah,
No man wants to take disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
right.
If I give you the respect, and I never even said anything about your relationship, because I don't come in between relationships. If that's what she loved, then I have to love it too.
Nah, brother, you bugging.
And
It's not
this
what
is
you gotta
without
love.
me knowing, you know, everything that was going on. So I still took it as, you know, for face value. He's still good. You know, we talked, and when we had that talk, you know, we had an understanding.
Yeah.
And then it got back out of hand, and I just said, you know what? Let me leave it alone.
How were you able? Now, granted, we're talking about an adult and your daughter, right? How was she able to walk away from that situation with
Can't
the
make
help
his
of
own
you,
outfit,
or
too?
how were you able to get her
Yes, we look
to
crazy.
kind of see through the lens of your eyes as the father and as a man?
I'd say from the many times I've told her, you know, you can have so much better, and you can do so much better.
Mm.
You don't need anything, you know, and that's from me, you know, doing what I did and the seeds I planted to make sure that she don't need anything, you know, and she finally got it. But
Yeah.
you have to sometimes let your children walk the walk. You know, you have to sometimes do it
I don't
because,
think so, buddy.
you know, anything bad can happen, and you don't want that. You want to be able to say, okay, I want to tell you as a father, this is what you should do. I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
This is my sole opinion of what needs to happen. If you're going to do this, I'm going to have to step back
Right.
because it's something about that's making you stay.
Yeah.
So I can't make you.
Yeah, nah. I mean, that was, you know, Teddy Riley on his daughter with her relationship with Soldier Boy and what they had going on. Like I said, I would have took a different approach on that. If that was me, I would have got silly. I ain't gonna hold you. I would have got silly. It would have been wild for the man. It would have been wild for him. I'm telling you right now. I wouldn't allow no guy to just sit there and abuse my daughter like that. Now, if there was something like she putting her hands on him, and they just get some back and forth going. Okay, this both of y'all need to get away from each other. But if it's you, if it's a dude in there just straight beating on my daughter like she a grown man, I'ma come over there and I'ma get at you like you need to get at. I'm not taking a Teddy Riley's approach. I'm not going on to the side and that stuff. I wouldn't do none of that. And I don't think there's a lot of dudes out there that would go for that when it comes to their baby girl. I don't think that would happen. We ain't taking the high road on that, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy because that could lead to, I know too many women that's done got abused like really bad, killed because the abuse didn't stop. The guy didn't stop, and it just gets worse and worse and worse until he kills the girl. And that's how it happened. My mom had to run from her abusers. I ended up in Jersey, in California. So I know how this goes. And that's my take on it, man. This is Old Head Reacts. Tune in again. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Holla at your favorite unk, you heard? Be good out there.